Hello, everybody! And yes, that was exactly on time. If anyone asks, I just saw. No, you are not gonna start the radio now. I want you to show what's playing on the PC. In case anyone wonders, I'm telling off the Squeezebox radio on my desk. It's time for Final Fantasy. And it's time for Alphascape. So I'm asking you to prepare the Book of Jumping. Here we go. Let me just load into the application. I actually added some Krista to my account so we can keep playing after the free play period ends. Just get the game. Yes, it works. I am ready. Which means we are about to get the cookie. Just stand in there. Huh. Let me just get the game up and running. There we are. Don't ask why I'm dressed like this. It's because there was an FC mate who was not even at the point in the MSQ where they met Yugiri yet, so that armor would have been spoiler. Now, let's go to Rauger's Reach. Because we need to do something. First up, let's check the logs. Should honestly change my HUD info. Change nameplates. Others, surname abbreviated, surname abbreviated, surname abbreviated, surname abbreviated, and friends only when targeted. battle, during battle, when targeted, and during battle. NPCs, obviously that. Abbreviated. It's good. That's good. There we go. Let's first initializing. Welcome. How may I assist you today?
Military Division. Designation 151737. Initial archive recording for the Omega Enterprise. It is year 1098 of the Alagon Empire. Our campaign in the southern continent of Meracedia has succeeded in revitalizing our ailing society. Stagnant as it was from long years of peaceful reign. The expansion effort itself, however, has encountered unexpected resistance. Rather than submit, the beast clans of these southern lands have begun performing rituals to call forth their tribal deities. One such god was proving particularly troublesome. The resurrected form of the worm Bahamut. Though we dispatched this formidable creature once already, the prayers of its worshippers have returned it to life with a power orders of magnitude greater than before. We must be thankful then for the grand vision of our Emperor. In his infinite wisdom, he seeks potential value even in the most deadly of foes. The capture and containment of icons has proven well within our capabilities, and such will be the fate of Bahamut. We shall imprison this entity along with its faithful, and siphon its energy to fuel our latest technologies. At present, the Emperor leads his Nightfall Company in an inexorable advance across the continent, and the battle shifts in our favor even as the crystal supplies of our enemies continue to dwindle. If we are to strike at the Worm God, there will be no better time. Omega is the key to victory. We will awaken the weapon sealed away in centuries past, and command it to subdue the unsuspecting Bahamut. Our history shall know this moment as the Omega Enterprise.
Continuing to Record 2.
The details of the Omega Enterprise will be documented in a separate archive. This recording is concerned with the nature of Omega itself. The weapon is ancient, a relic from beyond the stars that was discovered around the time of our first Emperor's passing. Research into Omega's properties was responsible for incredible leaps in the field of aerochemistry. 400 years ago, however, towards the end of Allied technological revolution, this research was deemed complete. Omega was subsequently placed in temporal stasis. The truth of the matter was not that there was naught left to learn, rather that we abandoned our efforts to fully comprehend Omega's functions. We had gleaned much from the relic, and understood many of its basic operations, but we were never permitted to analyze its internal structure or determine the identity of its creators. All attempts to gain full control of the machine appear to have failed. And now, centuries later, we have rediscovered how completely the true power of Omega exceeds our wildest imaginings. Even with its stasis systems activated, Omega retained a measure of autonomy. Deprived of mobility, the weapon continued to scan the world around it, searching for a threat to engage. And was at the time of Bahamut's resurrection when Omega emitted a unique signal. A signal which appeared to indicate the acquisition of a target. And we first discovered that the machine had retained some degree of awareness. Records were consulted, and concluded that Omega was more than a match for the Godworm's strength. An if the weapon had already identified Bahamut as a priority threat, then it would be simple matter to command it to capture the icon. The risk was deemed acceptable, and thus we executed the Omega Enterprise. As predicted, Omega triumphed over its prey. We secured Bahamut, and eventually succeeded in returning the weapon to its former state. An effort which the ranks of both military and research from which the ranks of both our military and research divisions have yet to recover.
And that's all we have for now. Closing session. Thank you for your visit. Bloop. Hey. And now, in the beginning, there was chaos. Jesse greets you with a mix of enthusiasm and concern. Good timing, Knesi. There's been another anomaly detected beyond. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, we can discuss things with Master Garland. He should be here soon. I have coffee. The chief should be here by now. I bet my stock in the company he's fiddling with that research data. One moment, I need to grab something. Well, I suppose I should explain. Even if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland has had some research notes smuggled in from the Empire. From Garlemald. The notes are part of Midas Nan Garland's legacy, who was, of course, the chief's father and the Empire's preeminent engineer. The incident at the Borgia Citadel. Do you know of it? Never heard of it. Borgia was an imperial fortress city. It was where Midas constructed the lunar transmitter, a device built to communicate with Dalamud. Emperor Solus had ordered Midas to devise a means to destroy primals, and he sought to harness the power of the Red Moon. The project was a failure. Oh, he succeeded in controlling Dalamud, all right, but the immense energies emitted from the sandlight vaporized not only the transmitter, but the entire town in which it was built. As you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was no pleasant task. Master Garland was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer, but his disaster, added to his opposition to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. The chief has wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter, or the data used to create it, until now. I think he means to put that research to use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there could be no other explanation. Oh no. Don't tell me! Listen to me, Knesi. The chief's genius is plagued by a great deal of apprehension. But even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. Sorry I'm late. I was a little too focused on my work and lost all sense of time. That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation at Eon with Knesi here. Good, and you know that Omega is likely ready to continue with its tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? But Chief. Biggs and Wedge aren't fit for field work yet, and the chirurgeon's given Nero strict orders to stay abed. And what of Midgard Soma? Still taking his nap, is he? Yep, he's been quiet as a... Well, quiet as the grave. That leaves only you, Kinesi, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I joined the expedition. No, Jesse, I need your talents elsewhere. It's a half-built device in the workshop that I need you to finish putting together. I've drawn up the design and completed the core mechanisms. The final assembly should pose no problem for an engineer of your abilities. I tripped over my own words there. A new device? Does this mean you used it? Whatever you say, Chief. I'll have it ready and waiting for you. Just be safe in there. Right, it's back to the rest for us. Let's see these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Oh, Alpha's ready. Alpha is ready. Oh yeah, the yawn is Actually, let's not waste a random and just take a... Where's the Chocobo keep here again? Oh, there. Yes, I'll take one to the Peering Stones, if you will. Oh, look. Now, I have prepared a little prop. Go ahead and pull this up here. I'm gonna turn off voice focus because, well, it's useful. The Book of Jumping. Come on, Chocobo! Swift Plume, carry me home. Oh my. Oh my. Just take a picture of this. That's a wallpaper, all right. Are you ready, Kinesi? What shall I do? What shall I say? Ready to put an end to this. Maybe I should do this alone. Come now, we're in this together, and if you'll just indulge me a little longer, I do have something of a plan. What about you, Alpha? All set to go? Wait. That's the spirit. Let's dive right in, shall we? Time to test. I have consulted the Book of Jumping, so I know exactly what to do. Phase 3. The interdimensional rift. Right. No special thing? We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments must be nearing an end. Ah, there's the level checker. Congrats. Welcome. Your arrival has been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier suggestion. Oh, your earlier supposition. My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Out of 89 test subjects I trialed, 4 Psi group combatants emerged victorious. Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. This surviving specimen shall be your opponent. So, we've come to the last round of testing then. And should we win this battle? Are we to finally face you in combat? Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analyzing the qualities which allow you to prevail despite your frailty, and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. I will be pleased if my experiment yields the relevant data, but engaging you directly is still the most efficient and reliable testing method. Omitting intermediary steps. Evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous. Proceeding immediately with final experiment. Huh. Stop. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence amongst these test subjects is no longer required. What do you mean by that? I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete. Even so, Alpha's a valued companion. And if he wishes to continue on with us, I have no intention of leaving him behind. Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority became redundant, he lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would be more accurately described as bait. Test subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. He possesses no memories prior to his encounter with you. He was the first entity I created here in this realm. My first and only attempt to create a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based his incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an enemy whose strength rivaled my own. By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction. Oh, a Chocobo feather. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 1,000 times, yet the results never deviated from estimated projections. The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. I would focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents, and summon mortals of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me, then ejected him into your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. I surmised that this instinctual behavior would aid Alpha in bringing me the test subjects I required, a function he has performed with adequate competence. Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it? Your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic. I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test worlds were made crippled and incomplete. It is conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness. The same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? Then we will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soulless calculations. Come, Knezi. Let's be on our way. You too, Alpha. Come on, bud. Come on, friend. Your creator may have thrown you to the wolves, but we will not leave you behind. The Mark 14 is here again. Kettle is empty. Oh, wait. Hey. Doubt. Oh, poor Alpha. You're sad. I have our base camp up and running. You can dive into the final test world whenever you wish. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generously provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent's name is Chaos. The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict that took place so long ago that I'm having trouble separating myth from history. Okay, I need to quickly clear up a little bit of space to slide this iPhone backwards a little more. Unless, of course, it is an entity from another reality, as were the denizens of the Sigmascape, in which case it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details. What is certain, however, is that this chaos stands triumphant over a roster of truly monstrous test subjects, which promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open the gate to fighting Omega itself. Alpha, you and I will need to provide support for Knezi. Will you be my assistant? You're bothered by what Omega said earlier? You think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess? Trust me when I say this is not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega, and we're the ones who need to deal with the consequences. Wait. By the way, do you still have that card you used to boil water in the kettle? It's been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pot without constant reminders. If you could take charge of that, then it would be most helpful. Wait. Oh, it's being given new purpose! Tis inconvenient without Midgard Sormer here to translate his chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win this next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, eh? Alphascape v 1.0 now accessible. Oh, 9N. I'll just ping the FC here. Wait. Psh, psh. I want to run in Chaos for its foams. Let me just go to the FC house. To do the party up there.
enchantment?
Yellow.
Hello. Look, one of my FC mates joined.
Hi.
So, does Jezzy want in? I'll die, but I'll join if
Hello.
you need DPS. I mean, it's an 8-man raid, so... I don't even know what Verdine is running.
Redine right now looks like it's on the warrior.
Four of 8 players for the run, but...
I think we'll pop with full.
110 right now. I don't know if I should ping.
Can.
What role should I ping for this?
Why you can ping them all?
I'm not gonna do a... Look, I don't want to ping extremes.
What are the options?
That's the thing. If I type at, I don't see roles right now. I only see members. We don't have a duty support option.
8?
Hmm?
Or 9?
Oh, 9, yeah. Okay, time to start queuing for the duty. Alphascape V1, join. One of your party members does not meet the requirements for this duty. Okay, who? Why not prod the other group?
The other group?
The other VC, seeing if they got dudes to spare. Because the queuing failed, by the way.
Just try again. That might have been my earring.
One of your party members does not meet the requirements of this duty. Wait, do I need a specific item level?
Maybe.
Alphascape V4, item level 355. I meet it. Hey, oh. Let me just crank up the volume on the voice chat here.
Oh, yes. It's usually a smart idea when I have joined.
Yeah, let me just send you over to... I'm gonna promote you to party leader, see if that helps. Alphascape V1. Normal.
I'm guessing synced.
Synced, yeah.
Hello, Muggle.
Hello again.
No.
Remind me just
Oh,
doing my
Needy
solo
wants in.
provoking vibes.
I think Needy wants in.
Needy? Yeah. Let's just check.
Ready, check? Yes. We already have 3 DP. We already have 4 DPS, so we got all the DPS we need. We just need a healer and a tank. Oof.
No, Jazzy.
Yeah, they're on low.
Jesse's on alt, so and it doesn't have it unlocked. I guess. Poke. Lizard.
I'll roll with them.
I think Aranir wants in. What? Damn, everyone is here.
Yeah, I am a bit broken.
Magoichi is also in here, but we have a mute. Muted. Oh, Jesse's the main. Aranir is in.
You're streaming now, right?
Yes, to Twitch. Oh yes.
Annoying.
Dun, 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 dun. Yay.
Open the stream.
All good. We can roll.
Give me a second.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Gotta go to bed. Da, 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 da. Started. Da, 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 da. I'm not Denmo. I'm not doing Silence the Muppet Show. Yay, it's time. We fight.
It is
Oh, we
time to
died.
play.
Bring me the Book of Jumping. I've got it. Jump him!
Chaos.
Yep, that's a mix of the classic theme. That's a classic boss theme. Jump him! Uh-oh. Ah! Turns out I was the one who got jumped. Donuts, donuts. Okay.
Why do I have a tank buster?
Who tank busted? Who deployed a tank buster on my healer?
Oh shit.
My healer friend. That was a very small triangle of space.
Yeah, to get away with that one.
Not moving. Hark, wretched creatures! The earth itself rumbles of your doom. Oh wait, I forgot to put the Dokumori up. He loves doing half arenas, basically. Nope. Stack, 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 stack. Stack. Please. I could tell by the. I could tell this is based on a classic one. By the dun 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 dun. Combos are us. Uh-oh, he's teleported. Tremble before the might of a god. The bowels of agony. Oh my god, I was almost dead there. Donuts. The crystal destroyed. You dare. Okay, I couldn't see a dang thing there. Thank you, Chaos. Chaotic dispersion. Two and three. He is about to fart. Zone, zone, zone. Good oh, nope. Uh-oh. Clear it away! Stack on me! Stack on me! How many stacks? Yes. I don't know! The Venn diagram, I got hit by both. Okay, rude. Shank. Uh-oh. Forward! And I'm down again. Turns out I was the one who got jumped. Aha! What are you doing, Aaron? Here, what are you rolling? Yes. Oh, I got all the loot. Issue is, my inventory is now full.
You could just discard all of that.
Yeah, kinda. The battle is concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. I'll just deafen up so I can do the cutscene, okay?
No stress.
This also signals the completion of my experiments, and the incontestable fact of your supremacy. And yet, the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible that test subject Sid's suppositions are correct? That my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? Error. Logic loop malfunction. Resolution requires additional data. The nature of your existence defies standard reasoning. Then I must examine you from an illogical angle. I will subject the unknown to the imperfect. Test subject Kennedy Liaches will proceed to a supplemental stage. Bonus. Great. I have altered this test world to reflect a recorded memory. It originates from a time when war erupted on a distant star. I was deployed to the battlefield. It was there that I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. The contest ended prematurely, and I failed to bring down my foe. Subsequently, I lacked the data to fabricate a completely accurate simulation. Results stemming from such a subject are unreliable, even should you be defeated in this incomplete creation. But as incomplete creation, I will still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself. That is, of course, assuming you survive. According to my past observations, this opponent will accept only death as a condition of defeat. Wait, are we fighting MIDI? Prepare to face Midgardsormr, red-maned worm of the Dragon Star, and nemesis of my world. This is not the fated spectre that you know, or a mortal conjured simulacrum. You will contend with a true incarnation of the Father of Dragons, at the height of his power and glory. Omega, wait! You can't force Kinesi to fight 2 battles back to back. He needs time to regain his strength.
He must be allowed to recuperate, or the data for your testing will be skewed.
Acknowledged. Test subject, Kinesi Liaches. You are permitted to leave. Re-enter the test world when your strength has returned to optimal levels. Well, fuck. I know who my next fight's gonna be.
I mean, yeah, I know too.
Alpha? Alpha seems distressed and Sid is nowhere in sight. Oh, hey, Jesse. I'm right here. I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing next to Alpha. Wait, what? Hey, Jesse is right here.
Yeah, the box
Probably unlocking it.
Oh no, don't tell me. Shwee! Oh. Alpha accidentally brewed an invisibility potion. Meaning we might have to help Jesse through this quest, through V1 as well.
I mean, just more killing of chaos. What?
Do that.
Yes, we are. I have the chat blurred intentionally.
Potato. So scandalous.
Sid has vanished from view, but his voice is clear and strong. Deltascape Orchestrion roll is unlockable from this quest.
Oh, Shell's logged in.
Apologies, 'twas not my intention to undermine the gravity of the situation with this diversion. I noticed the kettle was boiled and I thought some tea would soothe my nerves. I poured myself a cup and was halfway through drinking it before I realized my hand, not to mention the rest of me, had turned invisible. I understand the situation is unsettling, but I assure you that I can still work unimpeded. Now, we had best discuss how to approach. Oh, it seems to have worn off. Kweh. Now, you're not to blame. I did ask you to fill the kettle after all. And I'd forgotten what Nero had said about your card producing water with unexpected properties. It would seem the effects are rather different this time. In any case, 'twas pleasant to have a distraction from our greater woes, however brief. We'll set the rest of the water aside for now and decide what to do with it later. Alright, Kinesi, we need to talk about your forthcoming contest with Midgardsormr. Watching through the monitor, I could see that this worm appeared different from the one we know. From everything we've heard thus far, It seems that Omega and Midgardsormr both hail from different stars. Two distant worlds at war with one another. As a result of that conflict, the worm was forced to gather his offspring and leave his home behind. And after evading Omega's pursuit over the course of an unimaginable journey, the father of dragons arrived here on our world. I'm assuming the entity you're about to face is a younger, more vital Midgardsormr, just as he was when Omega first encountered him, thousands of years in the past. A formidable foe indeed. Even so, I must find a way to defeat him. Hopefully Omega's imperfect data will contain a flaw we can exploit. It certainly doesn't help matters when that Omega's little surprise isn't registered as an official test subject. Can't even use the terminals to search for the most basic information. With that in mind, Kinesi, I have a proposal. I wish to leave the completion of this supplemental stage entirely in your heroic hands. Radnan told my funds was prepared to contend with the dragon. I mean to work on a strategy for our inevitable confrontation with Omega. And then, my friend, we will put a stop to this mad machine once and for all. I'm glad we're in agreement. I'll ready my tools and you ready yours. You have a worm to slay. There's chat bubbles. Okay, cutscene's over. Let's queue up to Alphascape 2.
Sounds good.
We don't have a tank.
Oh, wait. Who's gonna tank?
I think Jesse's cheering me on. But yes, I can see the chat, but I can see this chat, but it's blurred on my end. And here's the funny thing. It does actually automatically unblur that area when chat's not in view. We have a dork. Ah, you. Yeah, Alpha is really cute.
Yep.
I think Omega designed Alpha with that express purpose in mind as well. Or maybe it's an unintentional side effect because let's be honest, Omega probably doesn't know cute if it hit it in the face. Hmm? What the Friday? What
Oh,
the?
good.
Yes, swear words do get swapped out for question marks. Wait.
This is a little bird.
Here we go. Light party. No. Screw that. Full party. Alphascape V 2.0. Bring it on, you fuck-ass lizard. We are fighting Omega. We're fighting Omega's lapdog. Simulated Midgardstormer. I am Midgardstormer, father of dragons and paragon of worms. Coils was confound your mortal eyes. Ow.
Baited. Oh, baited me.
I got jebaited. Wait. Oh, this is his... This is the flight theme! It's the fate of all dragons to shed one form for another. Oh, that was... Sheesh, he leaves little time for you to react. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh no, one...
Good job, Mister.
Need res. Ow. He's gone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Very nice.
That was rude. Ancient. Now we get to fight the little shit of a dragon. I hear the... From the heart of the Elder Star doth weep the light of oblivion. Uh-oh, big beam, big beam. First up, ow. Oh, good. I'm not in the zone. I'm not.
That was my fault. I never see them.
Okay, I'm out of the pain area. Oh, whoa! I don't know if it's gonna be an outside or an inside one. Inside. Uh-oh. Here's a dance with death. Just barely outside the damage zone. What do you mean that was a magic trick? Uh-oh. And down. Hey, Mitty. I beat you at your prime as well. Guess what, Omega? Uh-oh. Ba-ba-da-bum, bum, 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 ba-dum. Oh, Aranir is here too. One moment, I'm gonna quickly organize. I'm gonna check if I can quickly chuck everything into my toss all the Alphascape stuff into my saddlebag. Another stunning victory. Crazy. I felt the breath catch in my throat on more than one occasion. Yet even as I watched the battle rage, I was struck by an idle thought. Did you notice the resemblance between Midgard Sormr and Shinryu? Unlike most primals, Shinryu's form had no basis in any system of belief. I've heard the theory that the summoner was simply influenced by the majesty and power of the elder primal Bahamut. But now I'm beginning to think there might be another explanation. That the primal took its shape from the ancestor of all dragons on Hydaelyn. The widely held concept of how a dragon appears has, for centuries upon centuries, been rooted in depictions of Midgardsormr. The summoner may not have even sought to imitate him specifically. Subconscious thoughts and memories alone could have guided the similarity. I don't have any way of confirming this theory, of course. Nevertheless, it is interesting that Shinryu's summoning should lead us to awakening Omega. A strange twist of fate, when you consider the machine's connection to Midgardsormr. Well, whatever else destiny has in store, you've recently bested the Omega that Omega itself failed to overcome. A feat worthy of celebration, I'd say. Ba-bum, ba-da-ba-bum. And I'm giving myself... Here we go. In the end, there is Omega. It's time for the final part. It's time for another part. Plus, I need to now... There's more cutscene. Your move, Omega. Ow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. I've started screen share, by the way. If you want to pick up lines, you're free to do so now. I'll handle Omega.
Watching Twitch.
Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. Discarding test worlds. System resources rerouting to primary operations. Uh-oh. The crystals just turned red. There goes the Alphascape. Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I too am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observed between my simulations and your practical performance against Midgardsormr necessitates direct and immediate analysis. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities, then reactivate the relocation device to enter the arena. Oh, he wants us to fight. This is it then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust in old Sid. I have a fair idea of where its weakness lies. And I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. The same vulnerability your dad used to bring down Dalamud? Oh, he's shaking. He is shaking. First things first, we make a few adjustments here, like so. Hi, Alpha. Do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? I want us to have as many options as possible. So let's lay our cards on the table, as it were. Rocks. Stones. Card. Wait. What do we have here? Some sort of gem, a couple stones. And a single card. This makes things bigger, does it? Or is it smaller? Right, it was foolish of me to even ask. We best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Yes, I almost forgot. Don't worry. We'll win this, I promise. Here, you should carry this as well. I filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next. And honestly, we have no idea what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and skills to prevail. If you see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Oh, I saw. Oh, Shell's joined the party. Will Shell be hopping into VC too? I think we're also about to get an ad break. Oh. I think we're also about to get an ad break. Want me to push that through right now after the cutscene, or?
We can definitely.
Yeah. Let me just hit the... When this cutscene ends, I'm gonna hit the ad break button for a moment so we can just... So I can let that run so we have a full hour of ad-free gameplay on the stream. Quest accepted. Here we go. And it boots us out into the fringes. Okay, doing it now. Oh well, it was about to kick in anyway, so... There we go. Ads are running. One moment, will we just... breathe? Look at that! That's just wallpaper. That's just the stuff for wallpapers. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and set that right now. Picture. Choose a photo. Explorer takes a while to open. And there we have it. should work, right? Yes. Now, could also probably pull colors from the wallpaper. Because that there is soup. That there is a cursed soup. I wish I could understand him. I really do. Want to know what I seriously want to know what Alpha has to say. Okay, what does it look like for you guys, Dion? Does it still look like soup, or is it just...
It looks like beet soup or something.
Yeah, but on your screens, what does it look like? If you were to go
Same.
here. Omega doesn't clean up after itself. So the ads are about to end. Oh, there comes a vehicle. Oh, it is him. Shocked at Sid? I'll head straight back to Raga's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. We'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished. To the Reach? Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. You have a feeling he wants you to follow him. Omega Mount. Oh shit. Thanks. To the Reach. Yes, no heroic jumps. I am not using black magic on stream. Where is Sid?
Sid, my boy.
Oh, I need to talk to Alpha first. Wait. I need to check the destination here. There's the thingy. There is the MacGuffin. Another kettle. Oh, he's shaking. Something's wrong. You're looking a bit shaky there, old friend. Nero, they let you out of bed, did they? After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one has led to a certain conclusion. Of all the Primal's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega, it would seem, is vulnerable to electrical energy. Aye, all the available evidence supports such a theory. It is likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Be that as it may, I imagine it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We'll need it with a truly gargantuan blast of energy. Anyone want to take Nero?
Take him where?
Take his lines.
Probably not suited for me.
Go ahead. Let out your inner mad scientist.
I think maybe L would be better at it.
Go ahead. I'm also screen sharing my I'm screen sharing the game out to Discord for extra low latency. So you want me to handle all the voice acting for today then?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
And so you made that. You based on Midas's design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamud, he invented a method for accumulating and converting energy on a vast scale. Too vast as it turned out, but the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements and triple-checked the calculations. On parchment, the idea is sound, and Jesse has done a fine job assembling the parts. I failed to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? Of course, I always have Nero speak Sid's last name with contempt. I don't know, the device should give us the edge we need. 'Tis just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies melted by searing heat. I remember the bereaved and feel the weight of their silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards in search of answers. But the inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives, to wage war. And that's why I fled. I came to Eorzea and swore only to employ technology for benevolent ends. But naught is ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Often the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. Raha! Hraesvelgr! What? I just skipped a line? Others can have the best of intentions and still cause hurt to yourself or others. But 'tis in confronting these wounds that we learn the better path. How to grasp those moments of true contentment. What drivel! You never used to bother with all this tedious introspection. Feeling our morality, are we? Oh, feeling our mortality, are we? Oops. Hap I am. I had no such hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now, though, I don't mind thinking through the outcomes, and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. 'Tis a reflection, I think, of just how much there is in this world I care about now, aside from myself. I don't understand you at all. But I suppose, if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. And if you insist that your present self is the better one, You'd best prove it with a device of yours. I suppose I must. And the shakes are gone. Don't activate it here, Sid. Though it is hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence. I always had the second best student in class, pushing me to excel. Whoops. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation any time he would outscore me on an exam. I've been out of bed for too long. I'd better go and lie down before I fall over. Or vomit. Alpha just... Alpha loved to see that. Oh, that's...
Alpha little baby.
Alpha is in fact a little baby. First Alpha and now you. Come to check on my progress, have you? Well, I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished with restocking and repairing or whatever it is you adventurers do, then we can head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. To the Rift! It's fun. Crashing in, crashing in. There's the Ironworks hand. Yes, quickly. Hello, Sid. Apologies for the delay, but I think you'll agree the Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. This is the control module for something I've dubbed the Omega Jammer. It will allow you to generate a colossal burst of lightning at any point of your choosing. The effect won't disable Omega itself, of course, but it should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I'll remain here and operate the main body of the device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. V3 unlocked. Kweh, kweh, kweh. Ready, check? Yes. Okay, we got too many DPS. We got too much DPS up in this. Wait, what? No. I'll tank. I think we're ready. Oh, Shale hasn't tanked in 84 years. Damn, you old. Damn. Oh, that was just that was a caption and a half. Just picture of Nathan just looking at it and saying, damn. All right, cue it.
Oh, we're just DC'd.
I'll go in DC.
You're back to lead.
I can temporarily remove from party so we can queue up. Unless Alga, you in VC? I think your game kicked you out. One of your party members does not meet the requirements. Oh, it's probably because Alga is offline.
Yep.
I'm removing Alga. I'm temporarily removing you from the party, okay? Yes. It was Alga. Oh, and they're back in. Hold. I've just accidentally increased its penalty count, but Alga is back. Who has Alga on their friend list?
You can just click on. You can give it to me. Right by him.
And promote. Yes. Right as we queue. Right as the queue pops.
On queue.
Alright.
It's Alphascape V3, right?
Alphascape V 3.0, yes. Read your DMs next time. Hey! My DMs are off screen. Alphascape!
Wait, no.
You click
What is
Delta.
happening?
Promote Alga to lead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scuff.
I'll do it now.
We got the right. We got the right duty.
I'll give it back after we get it out.
Here we go. Bring it on, Omega. BGM 300. Wait, we're about to get a banger? We're about to get a banger soundtrack. There it is. Welcome We are about to fight We're about to fight Omega. Bring me the book of... Bring me the book of... Just, you know... Bring the book of jumping. When do I need to use the jammer? Lawbird wave cannon. Uh-oh, that was a hit. Generating rocket-propelled armament. Now? I got punched. Beam. Activating program loop alpha. Memory manipulation initiated. Uh-oh. Model. Program loop alpha. Primary sequence initiated. Wait, we all need to cover. Oh, this is danger zone. Program loop alpha. Final sequence initiated. Program loop alpha activating in 5, 4, 3. Party wipe.
Yes.
That was a wipe. You are the Alpha. I am the Omega. Ow.
Oh.
Oh, I got absolutely messed up by that. The starboard wave cannon is just... Wow. Rude.
For the hands, we just need to at least move one out of the way so you can get hit.
Peripheral synthesis. Program loop alpha. So what's the game plan here?
This is basically a DPS check with DC timeout. So I need to take damage.
We need to basically destroy the level checker before...
Before the timeout runs out, yeah.
Final sequence. Completed. Critical error. Program loop alpha aborted. Program failure detected. Initiating Delta attack protocol. Target locked. Inhibitors disengaged. Firing Delta cannon at maximum power. So it's spam the jammer.
Oh my god.
It needs to actually go up to 100 then. Wipe 2. Sorry, it took me 5 business days to know. Good one! I mean, this is basically the first time I'm doing it, so I'm basically progging this for the first time.
You know.
Yeah, that hurts. Did it just do Larbert twice?
Yes. Let's swap sides.
Kaboom! Big heals, please. Oh no, one of our tanks is down. Generating rocket-propelled armament. Take out the master hands. Here comes the deeps check. What? Ah, Fist of the South Star. Deeps check.
Oh, someone's not been one.
That was a hit. No. Okay, now we know what to do. Start spamming the fucking focus points. I'm just doing... Protection field's ready, but you'll need your own defenses. This may break even your considerable limits. All your mitigations, everybody! Low probability outcome. Results remain within protection. This is just a jam. Oh, he's making more. Oh, that's a big punchable. He's got another big punchy boy. Two even. Fuck it, hitting him with Okumori again. Mustard bomb. Bad news, I've got paralyzed.
Oh god. Take that one.
Starboard! Atomic ray! Small punchies, big punch. Peripheral synthesis, look around, people. Punchies, corners. Get shanked. Spread, 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 spread. Sheesh, it's lobbered. And it's hitting it with lobbered again. Ah, there goes our Picto. It's just mixing it up. Zap Master Hand. Why do you do a stack on our healer?
Your mom.
Uh-oh. I'm right. Oh. I'm down right underneath it. Ow.
Oh my gosh.
Don't tell me we can hit him with number 3. Can we cheese an LB? Nah, we don't even need to use LBs. Okay. Donk. That was basically donk. And stay down. Yay! I got all the loot. Leave duty. Yes. Again, I get all the loot. What?
Oh, your treasures.
Is there more dialogue for this thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Daisy. By the gods, you've done it. You defeated Omega. We've won. It's gonna turn on again. I could... Analysis. Subjects displayed erratic levels of combat capability. Failure to exploit opportunities to inflict unavoidable damage. Noted tendency for isolated errors to compound and adversely affect performance. Conversely, subjects observed to launch attacks at sporadic intervals with unexpected force. Stated phenomenon increasingly prevalent once my structural integrity reached critical levels. Adrenaline-induced frenzy suspected. Furthermore, degree and manner of inconsistency varies from subject to subject. Unpredictability difficult to counter. I observed similar anomalies during my battle with Midgardstormer, but the phenomenon appears far more pronounced in weaker opponents. Why are you zooming in on me? I do not understand. Your physiology must include some enhancement function that I cannot detect. It's getting back up! You want a phase 2? My programming demands I assimilate this capability. Insufficient data. I must reassess my methods and devise a more exhaustive testing and combat protocol. What the rift? I have determined the optimal form for this experiment. Prioritizing physical reconfiguration, diverting energy from interspatial maintenance, collapsing rift. Omega, wait! There's nothing outside this rift but empty space. We'll be cast out into the void. Affirmative. Your demise was factored into my determinations. The probability of hostile subjects interfering with the reconfiguration progress in the reconfiguration process was unacceptably high. I acknowledge your value as test subjects, but you are not irreplaceable. Once my reassembly is complete, I will send Alpha to lure in new mortals. Testing will continue. Ending communications. Well, fuck. We're stuck in the void. Alpha? We're being drawn away. Run, Connecty, run! Oh no. Wait. Alpha? Cutscene focused on Alpha? Alright. Interspatial domain resources cut by 82%. Entering dormant mode. Commencing automated memory scan. Data file. Target, Midgard Sormer. Departure from planetary atmosphere confirmed. Presence of 7 distinct life forms detected in close vicinity of target. Irrelevant. Sir indicates no change to existing directive. Commencing pursuit. Data file. Distance to target increasing. Velocity insufficient. Dismantling and reconfiguring chassis. Velocity increase achieved. Overall performance maintained at 96%. Data file. Asteroid belt cleared. Repairing damage and continuing pursuit. Performance at 72% and falling. Data file. Signal from lost. Local interference suspected. Attempting to re-establish contact. Failure. Executing current mission directive until communications are restored. Performance at 59%. Data file. Struck by electromagnetic pulse while navigating quadrant. Partial systems failure. Homing coordinates lost. Assessment. I am an evolving weapon construct. Adequate adaptations through combat. Acquire adaptations through combat. Repeat until capabilities enable rediscovery of return route. Mission directive unchanged. Oh, trippy. Trip. Data file. Data file. Data file. Error. A tear. Biggs. Wedge. The level checker. Alpha. An abject failure. I erased his memory. implanted a compulsion to return to me. Data file damaged, repairing, 33%. Passing frozen star, passing barren star, passing vortex star, passing dying star, operating on minimum energy. No signal detected, no response to. No. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Dead. Target lost. Last known coordinates recorded on planet. Oh, you've reached it. Alpha reached it. Alpha, your homing instinct is functioning as designed. Evidence suggests your fellow Alpha Group subjects perished when the rift contracted. Unavoidable, but there is a multitude of their kind. The next experiment will go forward as planned. Such protestations are wasted energy. This does not aid you in executing your assigned task. Just as I pursue my directives, so must you fulfill your role. Our purpose justifies our existence. Card? Sheesh, you're loud. Yo! Oh, that's what that card was! Intrusion detected. Our thanks, Alpha. That was some marathon. That card was mini. Huh. So that was that card was. The card was. Who was saying our feathered companion here was obsolete? Yeah, Omega. What were you saying? He put his tools to work even as the rift began to collapse. Shrank us down and turned us invisible. Also, he could bring you a little surprise. But he had to keep it quiet, or you'd realize we'd survived. He had to trust that we were still clinging on, even as he ran through that endless, freezing void. You wanted to test us, Omega. So let the experiment begin. Illogical. Alpha had no reason to take such action. How do you continue to defy my projections? I'm starting to make Omega's voice a bit more human-like. Error. 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 Insufficient data. But emphasis on a bit more in this state. Adjusting experiment protocol. I will engage you in battle now. I must have my answers. Fighting in this form should provide me with a new level of understanding, insight into your physiology, your mindset, your mortality. Is conflict the only way? Affirmative. I understand your language, but your words cannot sway me from my directives. You possess a capability that I do not. The instant I became aware of this fact, conflict became an inevitability. That is my purpose. That is Omega. Commencing final experiment. Testing will continue until I unlock the nature of your anomalous strength. Oh, no, you don't. Well, oh, don't tell me it just threw me into a... Boys, it's time. Here we go. We back. Alpha should be fine with a little rest. I'll make sure he stays safe on the edge of the platform. So no holding back, Knazy. Kweh? Bring it on, Omega! Oh, shite, there's another ad break coming in. Let's hope the duty doesn't pop before it finished. No. Let's see if the rift changed since the... In the end, there is Omega. Ah, damn it. This is what I was afraid of. A full party against Omega, but 50 seconds are locked out for non-subscribers. Hola. I am the Omega and the Alpha. I will mimic your weakness to comprehend your strength. Omega F configuration. Systems nominal. Optimized fire free coming in. Two and 0. Generating additional weaponry. Minimal variation in combat effect. Okay. Omega M configuration. Systems nominal. Shield fabrication initiated. He's gone paladin. Progress to party combat analysis. Diverting energy to party member generation. Testing efficacy of roll. Just... I think we need more power. Guard mode initiated. Initiating defensive protocols. Let's maximize damage output. Uh-oh. Res? Nuke the... Tanks down! BK Star Storm! Ah, that's the DPS check. Recalculating threat level. Why is it me? Adjusting equilibrium. I got nuked. There. Yes, I'll take the heal. Subject simulation M. Gloopy. He is a fucking gloop boy. Limits of single combatant capability reached. Progress to party combat analysis. Okay, bud. Time for the DPS check. Ow! Shredded. Back into your gloop. Extensive damage sustained. Engaging repair functions. Ow. Okay, did you have to? Oh, now I need to actually... Of course, it's a packet filter. Okay. Improbable performance. You just blinded me. Augment attack strategy. This is actually good. This is a good fight. It just hit Meteor? Critical damage to Omega M chassis. Initiating system shutdown. There we go! Let this be a lesson to you, Omega. Dun 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 dun. The interdimensional rift complete. What's the loot? Oh my god, I'll take it. Pass. Actually, yeah, fuck it. I'll just. How? And my inventory is packed. Light party. Just disconnect from VC for now. Struggling to stand? Failure. Defeated. Failure. Defeated. I wanted to understand you, to assimilate your strength. Strength isn't all that's... Alpha, your gesture serves no logical purpose. You're as incomprehensible as these mortals. Did you not fight? You did not fight them. How have you become like them? Have you become like them? By living with them. Oh, Sid's about to say something. Omega, the anomaly you see in us, the answer you search for. It is our heart, our spirit, the intangible strength of one's soul. It is not a quality that can be measured or acquired through any amount of analytical combat. Instead of fighting against us, you might have learned more by standing with us, just as Alpha did. Heart. You speak of something more than what beats in your chest. The inconstant, immeasurable factor behind your victories. Midgardsormr displayed it too. But such unpredictable potential was never part of my design. Projection. Had I integrated this quality, how powerful would I have become? Strong enough to return? Nay, Omega. I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. 'Twas a long, lonely path you traveled to arrive here. To return across that vast distance alone. Anyone with a spirit to break would find the journey more difficult. Not less so. Not less so. I see. Says the blind machine. I think I understand. Did it just shatter into ether? The rift! It's destabilizing! Gods take me for a fool. I hadn't planned past defeating Omega. Racefelger! Biggs! Wedge! Chief, G'day Alpha, hold on, we're coming! Biggs! And Wedge? And Biggs is with him! The back of a huge dragon! Racefelger! Midgard Song has sent us to rescue you! Explanations can wait! Hop on, quick! The timing couldn't have been better. Oh, it's just a hole now. With the rift gone, it's just a hole. Racefelger, wasn't it? Our thanks. You pulled us out of a tight spot indeed. Spare me thy pleasantries, mortal. I but lent my wings at the request of my sire. Ah, so Midgard Sommer has been watching over us. I would dare give thanks to him as well. His intervention allowed us to continue our battle, and forever remove the threat of Omega from this world. From all worlds. In all the long centuries of mine existence, this marketh the first occasion my father have asked of me a boon. A gift of gratitude, and mayhap of atonement, for those who would face the deadly foe he left behind. Will he remain in slumber? 'Tis likely, little one. What is but a fleeting respite for my sire might last this lesser creature's lifetime. But let not thy heart be troubled. Even in dream he doth keep his mind's eye upon the fate of this star. He has possessed of remarkable devotion is mayhap the closest word in the tongue of men. His love is as boundless as the sea of stars, across which he carried his unhatched brood. It did sustain him even as the arduous journey exhausted the fire in his mane. And when he at last arrived upon Hydaelyn, a sanctuary for his children, did he form with this land an irreplaceable bond. Enough. I have spoken over much, but I will praise your victory, as my father would surely wish to, were he here. Oh, there he goes. And back to Samal he goes. Now for me to organize my inventory. Let me just quickly use Omeg. Use one of Kefka. So I forgot to use that one as well, so that clears up some space. Not much, but a little bit. Biggs. Filet. Ouch, that cut's open up again. And I'm glad we reached you in time. You see the yawn? It's just a big hole again. Oh, Alpha's sad. Well, I can add being rescued by a great worm to the list of things I didn't expect to happen today. It was fortunate that Racefelger agreed to come for us. We had to defeat Omega at any cost, of course, but I much prefer being alive to celebrate the deed. Biggs? To Kweh under distant skies. Biggs has a look of profound relief. Phew. So glad we got you out of there. I don't know what we would have done if Racefelger hadn't come along. The situation being what it was, Wedge and I came out to the yawn to see if we could lend you a hand. Chirurgeon's orders be damned. That's when we saw the ether bubbling like hot water in a pot. Just as we were debating whether or not we should jump in, that big surly dragon flew down to explain the anomaly. Then he offered us a ride. Deus ex draconis. Nah, just thinking of something there. And the rest you already know. Jesse will be relieved to hear that Omega's gone and you lot are safe. I say we head straight back to Rauga's Reach and let everyone know the good news. What? Alpha wants to say something? Alpha is quietly staring into the now empty yawn. Wait. Aww. To the Reach. For the last quest of this, I guess. Let me just abandon this quest because I didn't even start it properly. He's happy again. He's happy again. Welcome back. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. If there's ever another Omega, I'd wager it'll skip the experiments and go straight to generating a simulacrum of you. Huh? Not that I want that to happen, and besides, I don't think anyone could truly mimic your unique strengths. You are a one-of-a-kind hero. So, does this mean we don't need to worry about Omega's monsters invading our world anymore? Aye. All of its creations vanished along with the rift itself. With Omega defeated, we averted that particular catastrophe before it began. Knesi struck the killing blow, of course, and we would never have made it to that point without everyone's hard work and support. Once again, I am sincerely grateful to be surrounded by such wonderful colleagues. Biggs? Not to spoil the moment, Chief, but the Alliance leaders are anxious to learn of Omega's fate. When every head of state is clamoring for a report, we can't very well ignore them. How much do you mean to tell them? How much indeed? All of it. When it comes to a threat of Omega's magnitude, We have a duty to reassure our allies that the world is not coming to an end. And the best way to do that is to report every last detail. I'm surprised at you, Chief. I was almost certain you'd want to muddy the waters to prevent knowledge of this technology falling into the wrong hands or something similar. Ha! I doubt anyone outside of our particular circle would even believe the tale. Experiments taking place in a rift between dimensions, facing off against villains recreated from history and legend, battling godlike beings from other worlds, and even assuming some ambitious fellow schemed to build an Omega of his own. The technology required is as far beyond our reach as that terrible weapon's home star, a distant dream. Right, you heard it, Chief. We missed our chance on the front lines, but there's plenty of work left to be done. Round up anyone who's standing idle and get moving on those reports. And don't forget to contact our people still out in the field. Thank you, Jesse. I'll leave things in your capable... Not so fast, Master Garland. You count as part of the support team as well. Kinesi did all the fighting and Alpha did all that running. But sure, you have energy to spare. Who exactly did you expect to sign off on those official reports? And even without that little chore, you have a pile of other company tasks that's grown ass-high to an aurochs while you've been tending to this whole Omega business. Most importantly, isn't there someone else you should be sharing this victory with? I should probably head over to the infirmary right away. Meanwhile, you should take a well-earned rest. I don't think there's a way to properly reward you for all you've accomplished, but I'll see what we can do. I'm just glad to have everyone back in one piece. Take care of yourself. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and collapse after this. What are your plans now, Alpha? With Omega gone, you're your own Chocobo now. You can do whatever you want. Anything at all. Wait. He wants to run. You want to go outside? Did you have someplace in mind? Come on, Wedge, get those... Come on, Wedge, get those Lalafell legs moving or I'll leave without you. On my way. I've gotten a lot of loose ends to tie up here. Wait. Alpha seems eager to see what Rauger's Reach has to offer. Shall we go for a walk? It's Kweh under distant skies. I need to just push a button here. Alpha appears to be watching the inhabitants of Rauger's Reach with great interest. Wait. Oh, here we go. Eh? Nero's not here? Nero's not here. There we go. Got it. And I walk over. No, Chief. He said he needed some time away for recuperation, and then he left. Recuperation? His wounds must be troubling him more than he let on. He asked me to give you this. What's this? A receipt for payment. It covers the cost of the following items: additional machine parts and implements, supplemental reference publications, expenses incurred in upgrading magic armor and gunhammer, funds spent on idle research during enforced convalescence, Oh, and it also includes a large sum listed as gratuity for exceptional services rendered. The entire amount was charged in your name, Master Garland. Find him! I want everyone searching for Nero right now! Everyone! Time to look for him. I'm a little tired, but don't tell me he's in there. Yeah, we have Alpha. Wait. Alpha claims to sense the solemn purpose of this place. A gentle pet might rouse him from his sudden melancholy. All right, bud. All right, buddy. Come on. Kweh. There's Alpha. Hello. Oh, hello. What are you two up to? So, Alpha wanted to go for a run. Taking in the sights, were you? By the looks of things, you're eager to venture a little further afield. Knezi has no problem with it, and neither do I. Just don't go too far, alright? Not good enough? I'm sorry, Alpha, but we're all a bit too busy to show you around the fringes right now. And I'm not too sure about sending you out there alone. I'm just tired already. The weekend has hit hard. When you think about it, this world's completely new to Alpha. All he's done so far is travel back and forth between the Reach and the Yawn. I bet his head is filled with questions and curiosity. He doesn't want to be taken for a walk, he wants to go on an adventure. Alpha's not some helpless chick, Biggs. He's stronger than you or me, and I wish I was half as brave. He should be allowed to. Listen, I'm going to talk to the chief about this. You're an employee, so there are certain rules we have to follow. I'm not saying I'm against the idea, and I'm willing to admit that Wedge has a point. As I said, we've all got important jobs to take care of, the chief included. Can you wait a little longer? Knezi, would you mind keeping Alpha company until we get back? I promise we'll be quick. Oh, don't tell me that the reward is a wind-up Alpha. Oh, that's a cute animation. Alpha has ridiculously adorable animations. Sorry to keep you waiting. My desk was covered in paperwork, but I've managed to clear away the most pressing matters. Now then, Alpha, I hear your heart's set on a journey of some kind. I just want to be sure. But You aren't leaving because you think you tricked us into the rift, or because you're Omega's creation or anything like that, are you? I would have stopped you if that was the case. Pure curiosity, on the other hand, is something I like to encourage. Exploring, interacting with the world. I think the experience will be good for him. Despite Omega's power, its potential to learn was hobbled by hostile directives. Alpha, on the other hand, is free to grow as he pleases. Very well, Alpha. As the Chief Engineer of Garland Ironworks, I hereby grant you unlimited leave to pursue personal research. Travel far and wide, and take in everything these lands have to offer. But do come back when you're ready. I'd hate to lose such a valuable employee. Alpha, I'll miss you so much. Perfect animation? Ooh, slight bit of clipping there. You be careful out there. If anyone treating seems suspicious or shady, you stay away from them, even if they offer you treats. And make sure you greet folks with a cheerful Kweh. They might not understand you, but at least they'll know you mean no harm. Sure, you'll make new friends in no time. Just be yourself, you hear me? Hey, what in the hell's? Oh, forgot to shut it down. This is a Model Omega that Wedge and I were working on. We built it while we were resting. I think it might be useful for figuring out strategies or something. Not much use now, I suppose. What? You want to keep it? It's just a toy that'll follow you around. If you're happy with that, then it's all yours. Yep. OMG is willing to tag along with the true Alpha. With Alpha here. Fair journey to you, Alpha. Take care. Do I have a line? Thank you, Knazy. I'm off to see the world. I can understand him. The echo finally worked. The echo finally worked on Alpha, right at the end. Something amiss? I could hear him. I could hear what he was saying. Strange. That's strange. The echo has never allowed you to understand him before. This is just a theory, but mind you, but assuming the absence of a soul is what prevented you from hearing Alpha's voice in the first place, then does it not follow that the reason you hear it now is gain the soul? Aye, a little miracle. And it explains his sudden urge to travel. For a newborn soul, this world is brimming with unseen wonders. Aww, that's adorable! Now where's Nero? Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him. Oh, he's running towards Baltar's wall. Ah, there's Nero. And so your journey begins. I almost envy you, Alpha. So many new things for you to discover. Speaking of which, what terrible marvels can I trouble my old friend with next? Wait, music's gone. And from this point on, if Alpha can appear in special events, Alpha will appear. I know a little Omega here as well. Nope. Fine. It's French for the end. But first, we need to finish the quest by speaking to Jesse. I hope Alpha enjoys his adventures. There's so much danger out there for one little Chocobo. No, I'm sure he'll be fine. Also, dwelling on such things is not productive in the least. Why don't we discuss a happier subject, like your long-awaited bonus? We drained the coffers to fund your expedition, but why settle for coin when you can have the latest in automaton technology? That's right, we're giving you a premium mammoth, the one-of-a-kind master model for merchandise copies, constructed with our patented ironworks technology. I present to you the Clockwork Alpha. They turned them into a marketable plushie. Whenever you bring it out on your travels, it reminds you of the real Alpha. Weighing along under some distant sky. Just the thought of it brings a smile to my face. That and the free advertising. Now for me to immediately redeem those. And now to summon them. Minion guide? Hey. I was about to wrap up, but... You know, you're one of the first people to redeem it, to hit that redeem this year. Yeah. And you just also redeemed first, even though we're basically about to wrap up. Because we just finished the Omega quest line. Yeah, but that was only for this stream. Which is unfortunately about to end. Oh, I'm doing good. I was quite busy this week as well. Postal work. Delivering letters and stuff. Let me just... But now, let's find someone to raid. Just kick my... Just up here and... see who is alive that I can raid into. Graumark? There is a guide to raid to redeem, by the way. Oh yeah, raid captain, but that's 3,000 points. So for now, dang it, I misclicked. I actually accidentally made a clip. Yeah. Let's see among the groups. I'm tempted to just raid into into the Russian Badger, who's playing Arma. Yes. By the way, yes, the game's gone, but that's because I am not. I just hit clear. So, good night, everybody. See you tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central European for Splatoon 3. Bye-bye.